What's up? Welcome into your Buckeye Rush Hour for a Friday, May 10th, 2024. Got it. Nailed it. What is up, everybody? Hope you're having a good end to the week, start to your weekend, whatever it might be. Hope you're getting through it with a Coke and a smile, or a cocktail and a frown, or just slobbering all over yourself. Who's to say? Anyway, hey, just ran into a Buckeye fan a few minutes ago down here. We're looking at condos, me and the old lady are, and the agent for this condo nearby is a Buckeye fan. Grew up mostly in Clearwater, was born in Marion, but grew up in Clearwater. So hopefully he checks out the show. Good dude, obviously. Came rolling up wearing his Buckeye hat and stuff. So, of course, we got along swimmingly. Shocker. All right. So, question for the chat. You'll see it pinned to the live chat at the top. Will Oregon win more than 10.5 games this season? I'll run through the schedule here real quick so you can get a gauge of what you're dealing with. So, this is what you have. Week 1. That's a home game against Idaho. Okay, so they start off with a cupcake. Boise State, that's in Austin Stadium in Eugene. So 2 home games in a row against garbage teams. Then they go to Oregon State, then a week off. Then they go to the Rose Bowl to play UCLA. Then Sparty comes to Eugene. Then the Buckeyes come to Eugene and pecker slap them douchebags. Then Oregon has to travel to Purdue. Then Illinois goes to Oregon. Then Oregon goes to the Cheaters. So in Ann Arbor is a whore. So there is another potential loss, maybe. I don't know. It's gonna be hard to find somebody to pick a team in that game. Oregon versus Michigan. I don't know. You almost have to cheer for Oregon, right? But do you want to face them in the Big Ten championship? So anyway, then Maryland comes to town. Then at Wisconsin, that's going to be a tough one. 2 similar teams kind of facing off. Then they get a week off before Thanksgiving, and then Washington comes to town. So not a super difficult schedule outside of us and the Cheaters. They really don't have to travel anywhere difficult other than Ann Arbor and Wisconsin, kind of. I think they'll handle Wisconsin pretty easily. But so that's what you got. Let me know what you think in the chat. Over 10.5 wins. So we're talking recruiting today, though, but get your questions and comments in the chat. We will hit those at about the halfway point today. And let's talk recruiting. Let's get into it. So it looks like the Sacramento State safety, we're going to talk portal first. We got a bunch of dudes, safeties mostly, looking to come to town for a visit. So Cameron Broussard, he's from California, plays for Sacramento State, the Hornets, in case you didn't know. I didn't know that either. 6'1", 175. He was a class of 2020 guy, so he's probably staring at his last season, maybe one more. Back in his high school recruiting, he was a 3-star, an 82. He was an athlete, so looks like he might have canceled his visit. That's what the rumor is right now. So scratch him. Then you got a safety that's just been rumored to be visiting this weekend. He's currently at South Carolina. His name is Keenan Nelson Jr. Now, where's the connection here, you say? He's from Philly, named the high school. St. Joe's Prep, exactly. Kyle McCord's high school, Marvin Harrison's high school, of course. He's 6'1", 195. He, during his recruiting process, He was a 4-star, a 9152, so that's legit. He's been at South Carolina. He's a class of 2022 guy. So you should have him for possibly, yeah, for 2 more years. He played in 22, 23. I don't think he's a redshirt. Oh, I got nothing on a red shirt here. So, anyways, so that's the connection there. He's visiting. Would be good to get him on campus. Don't have do I have any stats on this guy? Played corner in high school. Yeah, I don't have any stats on him at South Carolina. I'll see if I can dig something up. But anyways, so that's a key visitor. Nice that he'll be, if you get him for 2 years at least, then you can he could even redshirt this year. You get 2 more years on the back end. That would be ideal because you're losing Ransom after this year, 1 more year of Caleb Downs. So you need safety depth, obviously. So we'll see what happens there. Then you got Michigan State transfer portal guy, Jaden Mangum. He's on an official visit to Columbus this weekend, 6'2", 185. He's from Franklin, Michigan. Class of 2022. He was a 4-star coming out of high school. He was a 9,000, so even 9 there. Yeah, class of 22. So again, you're going to have a couple of years with him. Spent a couple seasons with the Sparty folks. So he arrives today, and he's also expected to take visits to the Cheaters and Nebraska. And he has 2 more years of eligibility. He started 10 games for the Spartans last year as a true sophomore. He was 6th in the team on tackles with 53. He led the team with 4 picks, and that was 6th best in the Big Ten. He did have a decent PFF grade. His overall grade was a 70, and against the run, he graded out an 82.7. In coverage, a 64.8. So kind of night and day difference there. So, and he played over 600 total snaps. So a lot of experience there. So yeah, you can see why Ohio State's interested in him, with depth at the safety position being very thin right now. So the Cheaters and the Cornhuskers, they can promise a clear path to starting this season where we really can't, barring injury. You know, Ransom's had the injury problems his entire career, but you can't say it's going to happen. So those are the safeties that are visiting. I'll let you know if anything else pops up. So a lot of these transfer portal guys, they don't really put it out there on social media as much. They just want to come in, do the visit, and then make a decision or move on to the next visit. So 2025, let's talk 2025 recruiting now. It's another big recruiting weekend. Last weekend was the sneaky class, the stealth class, stealth visits. This week, these are a little bit more out in the open. One note I wanted to mention that 2025 Illinois running back De'Aaron Hill Jr. has committed to Oregon, so not a big surprise there, though. He did have a Buckeye offer. And then top 100 wide receiver Talon Taylor, also from Illinois, by the way. He said, quote, I think this was yesterday, when I commit, I am likely going to commit to Georgia, Notre Dame, or Ohio State. Okay, so basically laying out his top 3 there. And I believe he has visits scheduled to all 3 of those. I will get into our future visit schedule for the summer at the end here. So this weekend, here's your 2025 recruits coming in. Number 1, looking at a linebacker here. His name is Nathaniel Owasu Botang. It's my best guess. He is 6'1.5", 205 from IMG. He's originally from Virginia. So a little DMV action there. He is a 4-star and 9.628, number 9 linebacker in the class, number 69 player nationally. Nice. Yes. Does have offers coast to coast from a ton of high-end Division I schools. So the Buckeyes are looking for another twitchy, athletic complement to Eli Lee and TJ Alford at the linebacker position. So this is the first time he'll be visiting Ohio State, though. And Laurinaitis will lay out the red carpet for him. So we'll see what happens there. Let's see. He has scholarship offers from more than 50 schools. So that's impressive. A lot like Mike Johnson, who I know there's been a lot of talk about Texas linebacker Riley Pettyjohn, but it looks like he's kind of leaning towards staying home, going to Texas maybe. But Owusu Boateng is somebody to keep in mind as we go through these summer visits. All right, now we got to talk O-line. O-line is definitely in a not in a great place, but not a terrible place either. One second. So Andrew Stargell, he's up first. He's an interior O-lineman, 6'4", 284 from Roswell, Georgia. So probably play some good competition there. He's a 3-star, an 8.5. Nationally ranked, he's in the top 1,000, number 67 interior O-lineman. He does have a ton of offers, though, from a lot of high quality. You got SEC offers here, ACC. So, yeah. He was offered just 2 weeks ago by the Buckeyes. This weekend, he'll get to build that connection with Justin Fry in person, and the Buckeyes are looking to add 1 or 2 interior O-linemen in this class of 25. So this is a big recruitment, big weekend for his recruitment. So next up, this is another new offer. Jackson Lloyd, he was offered by Justin Fry 2 days ago and has already scheduled a visit. He is 6'7", 290, coming from Carmel, California. That is God's country out there. That is beautiful. I went to, was it 2019, I think? Saw the U.S. Open out there, golf tournament. That was the last, is that the last U.S. Open Tiger played in? Might have been, I don't know. Anyways, beautiful, beautiful area of the country. The ladies aren't too bad on the eyes either. Hey, 4-star, don't tell my wife. So Jackson Lloyd is a 9.297, solid 4-star, nationally ranked number 185. Number 18, they got him at a tackle listed here. 6'7" does seem like a tackle body. Well, I'm not sure how accurate that height is. Seems like is he being recruited as an interior guy? No, probably a tackle, but so Alabama is a team to beat in his recruitment right now, but he does seem interested in other big-time programs like the Buckeyes. He has offers from Ohio State, Bama, USC, and some others. He has an official visit scheduled to Tuscaloosa on June 14th. So the Buckeyes need to make a big first impression this weekend. Pretty amazing that he just got an offer 2 days ago and he's already on campus this weekend, right? So let's talk running backs. Coach Locke out there throwing some serious offers around. Seems motivated, unlike somebody else I know, Benedict Alford. So Kentucky commit Isaiah West. He's expected to be in Columbus this weekend. He's 5'11", 208. He's also from St. Joe's Prep in Philly, so another connection there. He's a 3-star, an 8.820. Currently, like I said, committed to Kentucky. He's been committed there for about 2.5 months. Nationally ranked 503, number 45 running back, and number 16 player in Pennsylvania. He does have a lot of Division I offers. So Coach Locke will have his first chance to really get to know this 3-star running back and his family. Buckeyes want to build a 3-man running back class in 2025. So West is a player that the Buckeyes like more than his recruiting ranking, obviously. Let's see him get into some of these camps over the summer, and that ranking is going to rise, and he's going to get more big-time offers as well. So If the weekend goes well, it's likely that West will return in June for an official visit. So they need to lock that up and get him on campus one more time. I would imagine Ohio State's a little more attractive than Kentucky, but who knows? One more nugget I had here I wanted to share with you. This blew my freaking mind. So Tom Loy from 24/7 Sports is one of their recruiting dudes, obviously. He reported yesterday that five-star quarterback and USC commit Julian Lewis. You've heard of him, right? He's I think he's the top quarterback in the class, right? Let me double check that before I open my big mouth. Number 2 quarterback, my freaking bad. 6'1", 185 from Carrollton, Georgia. Number 2 quarterback, number 3 player in Georgia, number 9 player in the class. Who the hell is he? Oh, he's behind Bryce Underwood. Yeah. So anyway, Julian Lewis has set an official visit for Indiana. Yeah. Indiana. I said it again. So he's been committed to USC since August. I would think Georgia would be the big threat there to USC, but no, it's Indiana. Fuck, blow my mind, man. It's crazy. Crazy. So, yeah, apparently that's a thing. Just wanted to share that with you guys. So, yeah, upcoming visits. Here's the schedule as it lays out, starting with this weekend. You got 2025 Pennsylvania running back Isaiah West, 2025 Georgia offensive lineman Andrew Stargell, 25 California offensive tackle Jackson Lloyd, and 25 Florida linebacker Nathaniel Owasu Boateng, and one more O lineman. This guy's from Texas. We didn't talk about him earlier, but Henry Fanuku, 6'4", 295 from Fort Worth, Texas. He's a 3-star, an 8'8", 7'8", nationally ranked 424, number 27 interior O lineman. So again, another interior guy that we're looking at. He has offers from Georgia, Florida State, a ton of D1 programs. So just wanted to run that one past you. He'll be in town this weekend. So again, these rankings are going to change. These guys are going to go up for sure. Now, coming up in a couple weeks, May 31st to June 2nd, this is when you start your official visits. Ohio running back Bo Jackson on his official visit. Texas wide receiver Taz Williams Jr., official. Texas wide receiver Dalen McCutcheon, official. Florida wide receiver Verney Three Sticks, Vernell Brown III, official. Ohio linebacker Justin Hill, official. Need him. Florida linebacker TJ Alford and current commit will be on his official. Ohio linebacker Eli Lee will be on his official, current Buckeye commit. Then Texas linebacker Riley Pettijohn. That's the guy I mentioned earlier when we were talking linebackers. I think he just got a crystal ball at some point recently. Yeah. He has 2 crystal balls to Texas. One just came in back in April, one in February. So, yeah, we'll see. Then you got Virginia running back Jeffrey Overton Jr. on his official, June 7th to the 9th. New Jersey wide receiver Quincy Porter on his official. Oklahoma tight end Nate Roberts on his official, Buckeye commit. And North Carolina D-tackle Trajan Odom on his official. Indiana defensive end Damian Shanklin on his official. Eli Lee is returning again. And Maryland safety Fahim Delane on his official. So need a lot of those guys. Let's see, June 10th. I did want to mention a quarterback, 2026 quarterback, Faison Brandon, 6'4", 195 from Greensboro, North Carolina. Again, 2026. He's a 4-star, 9'6", 9'3", nationally ranked number 53, number 4 quarterback in the 26 class, number 3 player in North Carolina. He has offers from Bama, Florida State, LSU, everybody. So he will be in town just on an unofficial June 10th. Okay. June 14th to the 16th, you got Florida running back, South Florida running back, I should point out, Byron Lewis on his official. Yeah. Don't hold your breath. California wide receiver Phillip Bell on his official. Alabama offensive tackle Micah DeBose on his official. New Jersey D tackle Cole Breeler on his official. Florida DN and Buckeye commit London Merritt on his official. Indiana defensive end Marion Dye on his official. Eli Lee is back just to hang out, do some recruiting. Florida linebacker Elijah Melendez on his official. He's a current Miami commit. Georgia linebacker Jadon Harmon on his official. Maryland corner and waffling Buckeye commit Blake Woodby on his official. He just took a visit to Oregon a couple weeks ago. That's why I say that. We talked about this like a month or so ago. I was hearing things about him taking visits, so could be a flipper situation. Texas athlete Jonah Williams on his official, and Virginia athlete safety Messiah Delhomme on his official. June 17th, just a couple 2026 guys we don't need to be concerned about. June 18th, Georgia defensive end is Isaiah Gibson on his official. Did want to mention 2026 quarterback Brady Schmiegel, California quarterback. Yeah, June 20th will be visiting. The reason I mentioned these 2026 quarterbacks is because right about this summertime is when you start, the staff usually locks in on a couple guys or a few guys, and that's usually where you get your QB for that class is right around this summertime. So summertime 2024, you're looking at who could be your quarterback for 2026. All right, and the last group here, June 21st to the 23rd, Illinois wide receiver we just talked about, Talon Taylor on his official. North Carolina offensive tackle, 5-star David Sanders on his official. Alabama D tackle Malik Autry on his official, current Auburn commit. Alabama DN Zion Grady on his official. Eli Lee is coming back because why not? He can work on some of these defensive dudes. Texas corner and Buckeye commit Devin Sanchez on his official. Alabama corner Naeem Offord on his official. And Texas/Ohio corner Dorian Brew will be there on his official. So got some recruiting to do for the current commits and got some fresh meat for him to go after. So I was looking at the updated rankings today. And yes, these are up to date to the minute. The Buckeyes have the number one class in the country. When you know my policy here, we go by current average commit, not the total number of commits, average ranking per commit. Buckeyes are first, 94.7 with 13 commits. They got 3 5-stars, 8 4-stars. Then you got Oregon coming in second. No surprise there. They're a 9.416, so a lot of quality there. Just 1 5-star, 6 4s. Florida State coming in with a 9.411 in third. 1 5-star, 3 4-stars. So only 4 commits for FSU. They'll come back down to earth. You can be sure of that. LSU coming in with a 93.89, 12 commits, 3 5-stars, 8 4-stars. Clemson, look at Clemson. Look at you. Very impressed. You got 11 commits. 9.336. They have 0 5-stars, 9 4-stars. Texas, a 9.325. Then Georgia's a 93.04. Bama's a 92.98. The Cheaters, a 92.26 with only 5 commits. That's going to drop. Canes, Auburn, A&M, Notre Dame. So that's what we're looking at for the rankings. I just want to point out that we are number one right now. And, I think we have a lot of commits. compared to everybody else except Notre Dame. Notre Dame has 20, and Oklahoma has 15. But yeah, we've got kind of a lot compared to everybody else in the country. So let's get to the chat, see what's going on. Hopefully, you guys have answered the question on Oregon. All right, that's kerosene. I've poured kerosene in my glass. All right, so let's go back to the top of the chat here. Okay. So, Billy, what's up, Billy? Good to see you. First one in. Glad you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. I should have asked. Billy says, not if we beat them. So you don't think, so you think that Oregon is going to get beat by us and somebody else is what you're saying, Billy. That's how I read that. In a 12-game season. Jeremiah says, Ohio State will defeat Oregon and Eugene in 2024. This could be the first of several meetings between these two teams. Go Buckeyes. I agree. It could be the first of at least 2 meetings this season. Jeremiah says under 10 wins in 2024 for Oregon. Okay, so we got to vote. 2 votes for under is how I'm reading this. Billy says whiskey is an unknown. If Tyler Van Dyke plays his best, I can see them taking the Ducks in Madison. Yeah, that's the big question, though, right? You got to think Fickell's going to have that defense in a much better place than last year. He's going to recruit better. He's going to bring in a better scheme, better coaching, better development, all the above. So I think you're right. I think the Badgers will give the Ducks a battle because they're very similar teams, right? Run the ball and play defense. You know, that's the Luke Fickell MO. So, yeah, but that's going to be a good one, man. I look forward to that game. That'll be must-see TV. Might be a night game with jump around. Oh, the Ducks might shit themselves. Odysseus says OH and a bunch of nuts. IO to you. Billy says IO. Oregon says Oregon under because we beat them twice. Well, in regular season. I'm talking not the Big Ten championship game, just regular season. Odysseus says cheaters are desperate with safety depth or lack thereof after more injury and Saab transfer. Yeah, they're in big trouble too. But that's the unfortunate thing is the cheaters can sell starting today. Like we can plug you in and you can start right now. We can't really do that. You know, we can say next year, you know, you could come in, learn the defense this year and be ready to start next year or at least compete for a starting job. But the Buckeyes are never going to guarantee a starting job to anybody, even if there is an opening. You know, they're always going to say you can come in and compete for it, but they're not just giving away starting jobs. Billy talking Justin Fry, of course. Billy says landing Sanders will go a long way to him keeping his job as long as Billy is the boss. Billy, in your opinion, Billy, I get it. He does need to land one of these big fish nationally. It's not a common occurrence at Ohio State. We don't really land 5-star O linemen that are national recruits. It doesn't happen a lot. The times that we do, there are Ohio ties. You know, the kid was like born in Ohio and moved away as a child, or the kid's parents are from Ohio or something to that effect where, you know, there's that tie back to the motherland. David Sanders doesn't really have that at all. Now, I will say Justin Fry is doing a hell of a job of getting the Buckeyes on an even playing field with all the Southern schools that Sanders is looking at, talking Clemson, South Carolina. You know, he's kind of a family guy and is close to his family, his brothers and sisters and stuff. So getting him away from that comfort zone is going to be tricky. It's going to be hard, but Fry has done that. They've almost overcome that distance issue. You know, it's just a 1 hour flight. And with NIL and everything that's set up to help the parents travel, they can fly back and forth every weekend to every game, you know, even the away games if they want to. So I don't buy the distance issue. I think the Buckeyes have done their best with all these visits. What's he had? Is it three visits in 5 weeks, something like that? And he's got the middle of June visit coming up. So he's been to Columbus a few times now. I think it's just 2 visits in 5 weeks. Yeah. So, and he's a big Paris Johnson Jr. fan. Paris's mom, Monica Daniels, is doing a hell of a job helping, you know, not really recruit for the Buckeyes, but be there to talk to the family, the parents, and you know, kind of calm some of their concerns and things like that. So they've been a huge resource for both the Buckeyes and for the Sanders family. So yeah, I think Sanders, Fry's done a hell of a job. The Buckeyes have done a hell of a job. I'm sure Ryan Day is, you know, 100% involved in this recruitment. So it's kind of a group effort here. But to get the Buckeyes up to that level of the local teams, you know, near Charlotte, that's a big deal. You know, that's a huge accomplishment in its own. So I'm not saying the Buckeyes are going to land him, but I feel much better than I did a month ago. I didn't think we had a shot a month ago. I thought we were just, you know, another hat on the table. So we'll see. Long way to go. Long way to go. Odysseus says Gene Smith's comments show the ADs aren't forgetting about the cheaters. If the NCAA doesn't hammer them, they'll raise hell. I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. But, you know, the thing is, like, people have a short-term memory, especially nowadays. It's a microwave society, you know. We want everything, you know, what's in front of our face at this moment, you know. Going back 2-3 years, I don't know. We saw the games, they played them. We freaking lost 3 in a row. So I don't know. There's nothing we can do. I mean, even if they do, if the NCAA does nothing, if they vacate wins, how's that make you feel? Does that make you feel any better? No. They're not going to take away your national title. You know, taking away wins, taking away Big Ten championships, that doesn't do anything for me. I mean, so yeah, but I get your point that yeah, it's widely frowned upon by the ADs, and yeah, I do like Gene finally speaking out now that he has no reason not to. So that's great, Gene. Odysseus says, no way he goes to Indiana, Joe. Oh, Julian Lewis. No, I don't think he's going to Indiana, dude. I don't think so either. Yeah, he went there for the dollars. You know, these guys get paid to go on these official visits and stuff. So, yeah, I don't expect Indiana to get to land Julian Lewis. I just thought it was odd. I know he has a Billy says he has a long-standing relationship with one of the coaches on the Indiana staff. I understand why. It's weird for Indiana to get an official visit for anybody that's a 5-star. So, yeah, moving along through the chat here. Billy says we really need to land Justin Hill. I agree 100%. I was just going to pull him up and talk about Justin Hill because we haven't talked about him in a little bit. Winton Woods. He'll be announced. He has an announcement date of July 3rd. So that's good. 6'3", 220, edge rusher. He's a solid 4-star, a 9.443. Nationally ranked number 126, number 13 edge, number 6 player in the great football state of Ohio. Has offers from everybody: Bama, Oregon, USC, Florida State, you name it. So, yeah. So Justin Hill, yes, Billy, you are correct. Uh, we do need to get Justin Hill. Need any in-state edge rushers or any edge rusher period, especially from the Midwest, needs to have a Buckeye offer, and they need to be recruited hard because it's not very often that you get those guys in the region, and can get them on campus. So one thing I was going to check here when we were talking about rankings and things. Yeah. The Cheaters have put out 314 offers, man. It's only May. It's like early May. We talk about this every year. I know it. I know I've gone off on these fuckers. Compare that to the Buckeyes, 164. That's almost half, almost exactly half of the Cheaters. It's fucking guys, man. I can't help myself. 314 offers, and they're not done yet. They're going to send out probably 50 more over the summer. This is just 2025 class. Crack me up. Oh, hey, I want to share something with you guys. I'm in the process of setting up a store, the shop here on YouTube. I don't know if you can see anything. Let me see if I can. Whoa. I don't know if you can see it from your point of view, but starting the move, well, not really moving, adding the t-shirt shop to the YouTube channel, so you can purchase stuff directly right there while you're watching the videos and stuff. So you're going to start seeing more things populate the shop. Right now, I've just got a limited selections of hoodies, t-shirts, men's and women, water bottles, shit like that. So keep an eye out if you're interested. These prices are very competitive, I would say. So check it out right here on YouTube. When you go to the Buckeye Cast channel, just look for the shop or store link there. So check that out. Back to the chat here. Yeah. We really need Justin Hill. Yes. Billy says Faison Brandon is probably number one priority for 2026 quarterbacks. Yeah, I would agree. He's almost the highest rank. Yeah. Faison Brandon. Yeah, I like that kid. Very good. I also kind of like Dia Bell from South Florida. That will be a long recruitment, obviously. And then you got the California kid, Smeagol. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the Buckeyes lay out their board. Who's at the top of their quarterback board? Is it Brandon? Is it Dia Bell? And some of these other guys. I did want to double check the Buckeye targets at QB for the 26 class. 6. Yeah. So, yeah, Brandon has an offer from Greensboro, North Carolina. So another North Carolina guy. Again, they can't use the excuse of the distance from Columbus to Charlotte. That's a non-issue. It's a quick 1 hour up and down. What a quick 1 hour up and down is like, don't you? I don't. That's my wife. Ew. Noah Grubbs, you got him from Lake Mary, Florida, over in Jeff's neck of the nape. 6'4", 188, little light in the pants. And then you got Troy Hune from San Marcos, California, 6'4", 205. He's a 4-star as well. Let's see. Grubbs is number 11 quarterback in the class. Hune is 12. And what did I say Brandon was? Yeah, number 1. Faison Brandon is number 1. Then you got Brody McWhorter from Cartersville, Georgia, 6'2", 190. He is number 20 quarterback in the 26 class. And Brady Palmer, he is from San Diego, 6'3", 195. He's a 3-star right now, number 40 quarterback. And then you got Jonas Williams, 4-star. He's from Frankfort, Illinois, 6'3", 185, number 8 quarterback. Will Griffin over here in Tampa, 6'3", 225. It's a good size for a 26 kid. He's a number 10 quarterback, solid 4-star. So, what else? Yeah. Where's my guy Schmiegel? I don't see him. Huh. Anyways, so that's the quarterback recruiting board right now. I'm sure the Buckeyes have a little bit different order to that list, but let's go back to the chat here. Odysseus says the cheaters at 36. So much for momentum after winning a title. Yeah, exactly. They can take momentum and flush it down the toilet every season. That's what they do best. Hardball, the cheaters, all of them. It's kind of admirable. That's a talent to take momentum and just burn it up. Say no, we don't need it. Odysseus says, never mind over for Oregon since it's their first 12 games, not counting yet title. Yeah. Okay. So we got 2 unders and 1 over for Oregon on the 12.5 or 10.5. Odysseus says, I'm surprised Dabo has such a high average despite his attitude to NIL in the portal. Yeah, I know it. It's kind of funny. I imagine he's going to come back down to earth here. No 5 stars. That seems like a big problem, in my opinion, anyways. Bunch of 4 stars. Okay. They got 11 commits. Yeah. We'll see what happens with old Dabo. That guy's, you think that guy's staring down a pink slip here shortly? If he doesn't get into the playoffs, like say next 2 years, if they don't make it into the playoffs, a 12-team playoff, he's got to be looking at a fucking pink slip, right? What's he doing? I mean, he's stuck in the 90s. Everybody has their Hope Spring church now, and it's legal. You don't have to go through a church. So yeah, he's screwed, man. I don't see him making it 5 years. I'm thinking more like 2 to 3 at the most. And forget taking that Alabama job. They don't want him. Why the fuck would you? Odysseus says, Brian Family Kelly, full of shit with the portal comments. Exactly. He's another one that's full of shit, but he's a better coach than Dabo. At least he's embracing the NIL stuff and the portal. Dabo is just completely hands off. He's like, nope, never going to use it. So, yeah. Dabo's screwed, man. If I'm Clemson, I'm starting to look for, if I'm a Clemson fan, I'm looking at the next guy. Who can we get in here? How quickly can we get Dabo out? How quickly can we get the next rising star in? You got Lincoln Riley's brother there as the OC. Maybe he gets to graduate up to the head coaching job. I don't know. Clemson does not have a lot of money either. These guys do not, the school itself doesn't have a huge endowment. They're not well endowed. That's what she said. So they probably can't afford a huge buyout. That's the only downside. Billy says, I wonder if Clemson has another subpar season if Dabo's trousers will be getting hot. That's what I'm saying, Billy. Yeah. In 2 years, if they don't make the 12-team playoff in the next 2 seasons, you got to start asking some serious questions if you're the AD there, right? I mean, I would think so. Badass Buckeye, what's up, Bab? Dabo can help his chances if they beat Georgia. Yeah, dude, that's not happening. I think I went through the spread's already out for that game, week 1. It's in Atlanta, so not even a real neutral site game. You can call it that if you want. I'm not going to agree with you. Let's go. Loading, loading, loading. Gambling websites are running slow. Crank up the gerbils. Let's go. All right, there we go. Yeah. Georgia favored by 12.5. I think I will take Georgia with that 12.5. Yeah. I don't see them beating Georgia, man. Odysseus says, I suspect Dabo's success was all due to Venables and forgot the OC's name. Yeah, I don't even remember that OC. But yeah, Venables' ability to steal signs and have the dudes up in the press box stealing signs, radioing the signs and the call down to Venables while he's over there biting his fingernails off like a meth head. Yeah, Venables is good at that. He's probably a decent defensive coordinator too if you took away the sign stealing, but you never know. I'm not a big fan. Odysseus says, I think Morris. Yeah, that's right. Chad Morris went to USF over in Tampa, was their head coach for a minute, got whacked. Billy says, Tony Elliott, now head coach of Virginia. Yeah, they might have both, been one after the other there. Hey, folks, please hit the like on the video, please. We only got a few here, a handful. Thank you. Yeah, Odysseus says Chad Morris went to coach USF. Billy says, wasn't Elliott an OC there? Odysseus says, yeah, during their downturn in 20 and 21. Yeah, that's what I thought. They were like almost back to back. Elliott and Morris. Badass Buckeye says Oregon is currently favored against us by 1.5. Yep, I know. I took those points. Hell yeah. Anytime you can get the points, take the Buckeyes, man. Every freaking time. Billy says, I wish I could bet Bab. Yeah. Sorry, Billy. I would recommend offshore websites. Just my 2 cents. Odysseus says, we're a neutral site favorite then. Yeah, exactly. Billy says, I like Faison's size if he bulks up. Yeah, all those 2026 guys, they all got to get in the weight room, man. Start lifting, eating shit, Eat some cheeseburgers, double cheeseburgers with bacon, get nuts and throw a freaking fried egg on there. That's what I do. Some cheese. I like some barbecue sauce on a burger with some bacon. Hell yeah. Odysseus says, my mom's family used to vacation in North Carolina all the time. It's an easy drive from Ohio to North Carolina. Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, even if you drove it, it's fucking 6 hours. I mean, it has to be longer than that to Tuscaloosa, isn't it? From Charlotte to Tuscaloosa? Seems like it has to be close to 6 hours. So yeah. Take a quick little flight. I'm sure you can find direct flights. Again, quick up and down. Who doesn't like that? So yeah. Odysseus says Dabo is insistent on using the church. Problem is, it doesn't pay as much. Yeah. Excellent point. Churches are not a big money maker, at least not for NIL and stuff like that. And I'm guessing they're probably not getting the same contributions they used to when they needed the church for the recruiting purposes. So yeah, imagine some of the well has dried up at the church. Billy says, Joe, it's been almost a month. You owe us a boom or two. Hey, I can find you a boom here soon. I think by the end of this month, we should have a boom or two. I think Davison may have silently committed, seeing some chatter around the interwebs about him. So, no, nothing official, of course. I mean, I constantly have to keep refreshing just to make sure. So, yeah, pretty sure that something's going on with Jordan Davison. Laurinaitis was just out in Cali yesterday or this morning, something like that. I think he's on his way back. He has to be back on campus to have these the linebacker recruits in town, so he definitely has to be at those meetings and stuff. So, yeah, we'll get some booms, Billy. I promise. It's a matter of time. I think you're going to get a running back. I'm not sure what's up with Bo Jackson's commitment date. I haven't seen anything there. Let me check real quick. I don't think he has a date. Oh, and you might be hearing some rumors about Jamie French and how the Buckeyes are not in his top three. Don't believe that bullshit. That's a ton of shit. It's just needless chatter. It's people trying to pump up their social media accounts, stuff like that. So we are still in it for Jamie French. Don't worry. He's proud. He's got to be number one on the board. Same with Vernie Three Sticks. So if you hear any weird shit, I would ignore that. Yeah, no date set for Bo Jackson yet. A lot of these guys are going to want to commit, every year. It's usually May, June. We get a handful of commitments before July. The kids start their senior year practice, in July. So, yeah, they want to get the decision out of the way most of the time. I am going to monitor this Blake Woodby situation. Has me a little concerned. So far, I'm pretty sure he's only visited Oregon. Yeah. See if I have anything else on him. Oh, I want to give you my answer to the question for the chat, because I'm in the chat too. I got Oregon over 10.5. I think we smacked that ass, but otherwise they go 11-1. I think they go 11-1, and they'll be in a battle at the Cheaters, but that game's in early November. Weather's not going to be a factor probably. That Wisconsin game, weather could be more of a factor. That's November 16th. So, but Wisconsin's not as good as the Cheaters. At least the Cheaters have a defense, and they're going to have a reloaded O-line, Deadwards, those guys. So, but I don't see Oregon losing to them. You got an experienced quarterback. I'm not a big, you guys know me, and I know a lot of you guys are not a fan of that freaking quarterback from Oregon. I always forget his stupid name. Not Bo Nix. Dylan Gabriel. Came to me. I didn't even have to Google it. Haven't had a drink yet either. That's a problem. Back to the chat. We'll get you a boom, Billy. But it says lots of silent commit rumors about with Davison and DeCorey Moore. Okay. I hadn't heard that about Corey Moore, but I'll take it. I definitely want him, man. You talk about speed. That dude's got speed on speed on speed. Give me the DeCorey Moore, please. But yes, I agree. I'm hearing the same things with Davison. Billy says, I've even heard a rumor that Sanders is a silent commit. I haven't heard that. I doubt that. That family is pretty serious. I'm not sure they would do that so far without even taking any official visits. They've got visits lined up, in June. So I'd be shocked if he's a silent commit. I don't believe that one. Odysseus says on 3 is trolling with French. Yeah, they want clicks. Yeah, they do that shit all the time. They know they they do that subtle little jab at Ohio State all the time. All the time. That's that because they know Buckeye fans will click on it and talk shit and respond. So you're right. You're right 100%. Don't believe the hype on the French. It's my PSA for today. Billy says if we get Verney 3 sticks and more, that would be a great haul. I agree. Yeah. I don't know if we can get 4. You got Des Jones already in there. It'd be nice to get up to 4. You need to restock that room. You're losing to Mecca at least after this year. So I think you got to get 4. I really do. Looking at the scholarship grid here real quick. You only got 8. You need to have like 10 or 11. So, yeah, we'll see. I will take those guys, though. Moore, Vernell Brown. Brown's going to be a tough one, I think. His dad being a Florida legacy and shit. Orlando, we never recruit Orlando well. So that one's going to be tougher to me. I think DeCorian Moore is a real one, a real option, though, for the Buckeyes. Would be high school. Odysseus says would be high school has lots of cheaters, ties from Porgy coaching there. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot his fucking high school coach. But I don't think Michigan's in the running for Blake Woodby, are they? Let me see if he's taking a visit there real quick. The information we need to know. Okay, St. Francis Academy. I don't think we've ever done very well with St. Francis Academy, have we? Have we ever gotten anybody from there before? I don't remember anybody. Let's see. Okay, visits. He has visited Ohio State the most, 5. These assholes. They don't even have Oregon listed. He took a visit to Oregon just like 2 weeks ago. What the hell? On 3, you guys wear me out. Let me do a fucking search here real quick as we wind it down. Okay. Um, yeah, a lot of speculation on Woodby being a decommit, but I don't have a school. That would open the door for Dorian Brew. If we're going to stick with a 3-man corner class. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a school. I'm not finding any schools for sure. Anyways, we'll keep you up to date there. Odysseus says no. We've done better with the Matha and DC area. Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. So, all right, folks. Appreciate you joining me today. Hey, hit that like button on the way out. Make sure you're subscribed, all the happy shit. And I think we finished 2 and 2 on the question for the chat. 2 overs and 2 unders. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, appreciate everybody being here on summertime. No show Sunday night. The audiences are pretty light during the summer, so need to give Jeff and Sean vacation from their vacation, as I like to say. So that's all I got for you. But keep an eye out for your daily blitz. Those will be in your YouTubes every day going forward. So yeah, Billy, exactly. Billy gets the last comment. I'll trade Woodby for brew for sure. That's usually good advice. Always take the brew. Unless you drink bourbon. Then take the bourbon. Anyways, talk to you guys later. Go Bucks.